Cape Fear Highland Games coming to the Port City for the first time. It all kicks off later this month. Giving us a preview are Carolina in the Morning's Caitlin Stansel live outside in the courtyard with one burly guest. Caitlin, good morning.
This is Byron Hamilton. He's going to be one of the competitors in the Cape Fear Highland Games. It all kicks off March 28th at 9 a.m. here in Wilmington for the first time ever. Why is that so exciting that it's going to be here for the first time?
Well, it's exciting because it's a different type of sport. You know, it's not typical weightlifting, powerlifting, strongman, or CrossFit. It's you can pick this weight up and you throw it for a distance. You can either do it or you can't, and it takes a lot of time and practice to master that. And hopefully we'll get a good crowd. I think people are interested in it, and it'll be a good time. And
while you do have kind of some of the traditional weights, what I'm holding right here is one of the other ones, right?
It's a stone. That's a 16-pound stone. You'll throw that basically like your shot put. You can spin with it. You can throw it any way you want. And you're basically just going for distance.
And while we keep talking, I'm going to sit it down because I've been holding it for at least 5 minutes now, and it's getting pretty heavy. But if we can take a look at some of the video here, you can just see the events of these competitors are going to be doing on March 28th. Really interesting stuff. And everyone's going to be trying to rock a kilt, right?
Yeah.
Trying to.
All the competitors have to. If they're a novice, we'll work with them a little bit on that. But in general, everybody has to wear a kilt. That's the only required wear for the game.
Part of the Scottish tradition, too, for the Cape Fear Highland Games, and that's going to be one of the other elements of this event. Great time to bring the kids out. There's going to be so much to do, a lot of food, beer, of course. And again, you're going to learn about that Scottish history and heritage, get to see these competitors in their full force. And it all goes to a really great cause, too. If we take a look at our graphic here, I can give you some of those details on where it's all happening. It's happening at 3400 Randall Parkway behind the IRS building there. And it all kicks off at 9 a.m. And this goes to help the Raising Raiders project. What that does is it benefits families of the Marine Special Operations. So not only going to be a fun time, but it does help out a lot of people, especially after that tragic military helicopter crash in Florida. They really need that assistance right now. So first ever Cape Fear Highland Games kicking off March 28th. Back to you, Bob.
All right, thank you very much. Kicking off very soon this month, Carolina in the Morning's Caitlin Stansel out in our courtyard this morning with one of the competitors. Caitlin, tell us about it.
I heard Gannon mention kilts in the courtyard. That's exactly what we're doing this morning for the Cape Fear Highland Games. It all kicks off March 28th. And this is the first year for it, the first time it's ever coming to our area, and they're hoping that this becomes a tradition every year. I have Byron Hamilton here with me. He's one of the competitors. So the Cape Fear Highland Games isn't just about the festival, the food, the Scottish traditions, but the competition. Let's talk about this event here.
Yeah, this is called the sheaf toss. So essentially, you'll be taking this fork, and if you want to demonstrate what we'll be throwing.
Oh, man.
So you'll take that and you'll jab this fork through it, and you're going to have to throw it over a high bar. And some guys, it's 20 feet, and some it's 30, and some are close to 40 feet.
Wow.
It has to go over the bar or it doesn't count.
And this is not light. This is about 20-ish pounds?
It's about a 20-pound bag. A lot of times you'll see a 16-pound one.
What's inside of here?
Twine.
Twine. That is crazy that weighs 20 pounds. I'm going to sit this down so we can finish talking about this. And we can take a look at some video from a few other Highland Games. This is Byron actually competing. And you can just see, this is so much fun. This is a great community. How many athletes do you have coming out this year?
We have about 40 plus 2 pros.
And what would draw an athlete to this sport?
Probably the sense of community and camaraderie really brought me. It's a completely different sport than what you're used to. You usually see weightlifting and all that, but this is purely performance. It's strength, performance, speed, it's endurance. It's all of it.
And you're using the whole body when you're doing this?
Yeah, essentially. You have to, or you're going to rip your bicep.
It all kicks off again March 28th. We have a graphic that we can show you some of those details. It starts at 9 a.m., lasts all day. A great event to take the kids to, especially if these warm temps continue. But it's going to be at 3400 Randall Parkway behind the IRS building. And not only is it going to be a lot of fun, but the proceeds go to a really good cause, the Raising Raiders project. This benefits families of the Marine Special Operations MARSOC unit. So a really great cause, but we're going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Caitlin. And
All right, Gannon, well, Scottish tradition coming to Wilmington now, the Cape Fear Highland Games. It will be here in the Port City for the very first time. It all kicks off this month.
Carolina in the Mornings, Caitlin Stansel joining us live. She's got one of the competitors with her right now outside of the of the Fox Wilmington courtyard. And something that really I think you can take the whole family to, Caitlin.
Yeah, you're right, Ken. The whole family can go to this event. It's going to be so much fun. The Cape Fear Highland Games, the first time it's ever coming to the Port City, March 28th. Everything kicks off at 9 a.m. I have one of the competitors here with me, Byron Hamilton. And while this event is all about the festival, the Scottish tradition, the competitions are what really bring the most people out. What do you think brings these people out here to see this?
Well, it's a whole lot different. It's very family oriented, and you get to see a lot of big burly dudes and feminine ladies stirring stuff that you wouldn't normally see.
And you're picking up heavy objects, tossing them around.
Well, yeah, that's the key. You're not just picking it up, you're throwing it. So you see a lot of, people talking about lifting weights. Let's see how far they can throw.
So it's a little bit of weightlifting as well as just athletic agility. What do you have right here?
This is a sheaf fork, and with this you take a burlap sack and you...
I'm going to pick that up while we talk about it. Ooh, how much is this weigh?
That's a 20-pound sheaf bag, and you'll throw that for height over a high bar. And if you make height, you get 3 attempts at one height. If you make that height, they'll bump it up a couple of feet, and then you'll attempt that height.
And as soon as you can't make it, that's when you're done.
Once everybody are not able to hit that height, they'll call it.
And if we could take a look at some video, there are a number of other competitions that happen during these games. This is one example there. But it's not only a lot of fun, it really goes towards a good project here, raising Raiders. That money going to benefit families of the Marines Special Operations. And we're going to have some information up on our screen here in just a second about all the details. It's going to happen at 3400 Randall Parkway behind the IRS building. Everything kicks off at 9 a.m. It's going to last all day. A great event for the family. Tickets are $10 the day of the event, but you can get them for $8 early just by going to the Cape Fear Highland Games website. We have all of that information on our website as well, foxwilmington.com. We are live out here in the Fox Wilmington courtyard with our kilts on.
Yep.
We get this full Scottish tradition right now.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of what you're going to see if you come out, right?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of people out in kilts. Hopefully it'll be good weather. Check us out on Facebook. We also have a website available. Hope everyone has a good time at it. Hope it turns out well.
And you're expecting how many people to come out?
Hopefully thousands.
A lot of fun, yeah. Okay, again, we had all that information on our website, foxwilmington.com. Back to you guys in the studio.